Yo, what's good? Who's this?
It's Hilltop Hustle.
Hilltop Hustle. Yo, Hilltop Hustle from Portland. Representing for Portland out here, West Coast. What's going on, baby?
Shoot, not nothing, man. We just working. I'm moving out here to Vegas right now, so you know, I mean, we based out of Vegas, but we Portland, Oregon, raised. Portland, Oregon, and that's where it's at. So you know, I mean, we just branching out, trying to get everybody to, you know, follow the movement and, you know, I mean, and get with us.
Yeah, we spoke a few days ago, and I was telling you, I respect a lot of young grinders, hustlers, entrepreneurs out there. And you know, one of the things when we started this show, you know, almost a year ago, is that one of the things we wanted to do was highlight a lot of the youngins coming up, man, whether they be artists, whether they just selling t-shirts or water, or they got a new idea, or just, you know, they whole brand. That was one of the things that we definitely wanted to put out there. And you know, you got a few things going on. First of all, let's just start off with you. You just started dealing with what is it, Two Real Records?
Yeah, Two Real Records. Roseville Moneybag Boys is the management. Yeah. Okay,
and so you are, first of all, an artist. Okay.
Artist. Yeah.
And the name of your group is say what your group is?
TYBT&E.
All right.
Take your bitch.
I was about to say, tell her what that stands for.
Take your bitch. Straight
oh wow. Okay. All right.
You ain't pulling no punches. Just straight up. I'm gonna take your bitch, homie, huh?
Yeah, straight to the point. Yeah.
I'm gonna tell my lady stay inside. Don't come outside. These Portland dudes is real.
There's no disrespect to the women. You feel me? Because there's real women out here. So you know what I mean. At the other now and then, we take it somebody's woman. But at the end of the day, our label. I mean, take your bitch.
Yeah, I don't know if you heard. I got another guest here, comedian Rashad Bashir, and he just said he's gonna keep his woman in the house.
Yeah.
Hey.
He said you Portland dudes is too real.
Yeah.
When you come around to Portland, you want to keep your woman real close to you, because whether she with you or she not with you, somebody gonna try to talk to her.
Oh man, they grind me out there. They grind me out there, huh?
Yeah, that's exactly how it's gonna be, man.
Okay, we see. I said to you, the whole thing with what's popping in your city is so that people who've never been to that city, they can get a vibe of what it's like. Because see me, anytime I go to a city, some people think I'm crazy. But everybody, whenever I go to a city, no matter where I'm at, I can stay in the downtown fanciest hotels. I always got to go to the hood, man. I want to go and see what's going on with my people. I want to see what's popping with, you know, the culture out there. I don't care. I go to a bar and start talking to people, like, because, you know, I know real recognize real.
Exactly.
So at the end of the day, like, yo, we could kick it and do whatever. Like, I'm not saying hang out with them, but yo, just talk and chop it up, you know, what everybody's about, you know, and that's
where people come from.
Absolutely, that's what it is. So my thing is, in doing this was like, if nobody's ever been out there and they listen to somebody like you, when they go out there, they should know what the culture is. So we already know, based on you, if we go out there with our ladies, don't bring them to the hood.
I'm gonna tell my lady, look, don't put no makeup on. I want you to look as hideous as possible.
Keep playing games. It's not gonna matter. You're gonna see potential in your lady, because she your lady. That's all that matters.
Yeah, facts.
Lady, so she ain't there. That's all that matters to them.
Facts. So now tell me real quick, how long have you been rapping or been doing music?
Well, shoot, I've been rapping, trying to put rhymes together ever since I was 13. But officially on the track, 16. 16. That was the first time I put my voice on the track, and I just ran with it.
And how old are you now?
22.
22. Okay, so about 6 years or so. So we talked a little bit. Tell the people who were some of your inspirations when it's for musically.
As far as inspirational go, my big brother used to just rap out all the time. Everywhere we go, he just throw on the instrumental, and him and my big cousin, they would just rap all the time. And from there, I just started, wanting to put my own rhymes together. Mm-hmm. So, at 13, 14, I just, did a little recording and threw it on MySpace, and the people from the town liked it. They liked it, and I ran with that. So, if anybody didn't give me the bad credit back then, then I'm going to just keep going. I ain't heard nothing bad yet, so keep pushing them. That's all that matters.
Facts. Now, is that what got you to deal with Too Real? Like, how did you get that deal with Too Real Records? We're about to get into what Too Real Records is all about and all of that. But how did that come off?
As far as Too Real Records,
yeah, how did you get with them?
Yeah. As far as Too Real Records, Smurf, that's my big homie.
Yeah, we about to get to that.
Music, anybody from Portland, they know that Too Real Records is the way that you're gonna have to make it out of Portland. They know that you can't really make it out of Portland without either being real good with Too Real Records or being on Too Real Records. So, as far as that goes, you feel me? I linked up with Smurf, and you feel me? We're from the same hood, but that don't mean we actually met each other. Right. So, you know what I mean? We linked up with him like about a year ago, and from there on, just kept showing them my loyalty and showing them that, you know what I mean? A young dude is ready to grind and work when it comes to as far as his music. You feel me? Ready to get out the hood and ready to stop, you know what I mean? Going to jail and stuff like that. So, you know, you see a young dude ready to work, and he put his all into me.
You know, you just said something that's real important because, you know, we've done a lot of shows here and we've talked to different people about, as far like I've had managers, like artist managers come through. Right. And that's one of the things that we talk about with artists and we look at, me and my partner, King of All Whites here, producing music and working with a lot of artists ourselves, is that professionalism and knowing that you ready to put the work in and you really to get focused because, time is money, and anytime anybody's putting time into you, and some money into you as well, they got to know that, not to say that you all about the money, but it's a business at the end of the day. So, that definitely makes sense to me. And through that, you also started like a clothing line or something like that as well?
Oh, yeah. We got 45 Kings. Yeah, 45 Kings, we started that. We started that about like, I want to say almost 4 years ago. So this is before I got on Too Real Records. This is just, with my rap clique that we started just to trying to, like you said, trying to branch out, find different ways to get people's attention and, you know what I mean? And let them know that we actually doing this. We're going to do a movement, and everywhere we go, we're going to set up a merchandise corner, and y'all going to be able to, you know what I mean? See the gear.
Yeah, if I come out there, I want to see a store or something, man. What does the 45 Kings stand for?
Okay, 45 Kings, it originated from one of the homies that's in TYBT&E, which is, Corey Mason. He Kittyburg Slim. He lives in the 4500 area. You feel me? The 4500 block.
Okay.
So so as far as that, that's in the Northeast. That's where all the black people live and was living. Where the black people mainly been at is around the 45s, the 47s, and the 55s, around that area. You know what I mean? The Northeast area where they trying to move people out. So as far as that, he's just keeping the culture alive as far as Northeast Portland and as far as the history of Northeast Portland. So as far as that, yeah, we just keeping it going, just repping where we from, and we're gonna keep pushing and find different ways to get this head turning for the music.
Facts. Now y'all got a different brand of regentrification out there. We're gonna get into that to a certain extent. But just let's get back into Too Real for a minute. Now you sent me some stuff. You sent me a documentary that was really good, man. I can't remember the name of it, but I guess it had your big homie Smurf was in it. Killingsworth, that's what it was. Yeah, Killingsworth.
Yeah. Because as far as Killingsworth go, that's the street. That's the main street where after MLK, it's all Crips, and before MLK, it's all blood. So that's just how it was back in the day. You cross that street and you know what you were getting into.
So tell me why was that documentary filmed? Because the documentary's been critically acclaimed and have received some awards, correct?
Wow.
Oh yeah. Any state that the documentary has been in, I think like 9 different states, and got an award in every one of them.
Right. And I can see why. I mean, it's definitely something I'm gonna definitely send out to a lot of my people and my friends. But what was it? Why was that documentary made about this guy, Little Smurf? What was it that impacted? What was it about his life that impacted that community so much that somebody saw the reason to make a documentary on it?
As far as Little Smurf go, he was a walking legend when it came to the town. He was young. He was a young legend and making a name for himself fast. It just came up so fast, and he was a young, humble dude. But at the end of the day, he rode for Smurf. And on Lil Smurf's birthday, Smurf had ended up getting shot. So after that day, you know what I mean, and Smurf was a young dude. I think he was like 13 at the time, and after that day, he was just infamous. You feel me? Like infamous. And when it came down to it,
Right.
I think he was on the documentary. It'll say the exact amount, but I think he was accused around like 50-something shootings, or you know what I mean, stuff like that.
Yeah, I was just telling them. They said he was a part of either he got shot or he was shooting at people.
He was shooting
something crazy. Yeah.
So
He was either shot at or he was shooting at somebody. It's like
exactly.
Yeah.
So as far as that comes around, you feel me? Like it was just you know what I mean, being through what he been through at that age, it was even surprised that he lived to 20. So. Right. He was just he was a walking legend. Everybody knew Smurf, and they knew what, you know what I mean, what Smurf was about. What little Smurf was about.
He put that work in. So now,
that's how that.
Go ahead. Now he was named after Little Smurf because they said he looked like him a little bit.
Yeah. So basically, they everybody thought that they was brothers. Everybody,
right.
Growing up, and when they came up and everything, they thought that they was brothers. They got like a I think like a 6-year, 7-year, you know what I mean, difference when it come to age. But they thought they was brothers, but really they cousins. They cousins, you know what I mean? They had to grow up in the same house, and you know what I mean? They both had to be at grandma's house and stuff like that. So at the end of the day, that's what it had came down to. And he was telling Big Smurf, like, nah, bro, like, they call me Smurf now, you feel me? I ain't going over there because the blood be over there.
Yeah,
you know
that's what I
like,
saw in the documentary. It was definitely, like, you know, the homie Smurf, like he's also a legend out there, and I guess
walking
legend, right? Yeah, absolutely. So, you know, we was trying to see if we could have got him on there as well, so he could talk a little bit, but hopefully another time for sure.
Yeah. Last night was just a little different. So
I hear you. Listen, I already know, man. I appreciate you because he's on the West Coast, about a 3-hour time difference.
Oh.
And see, I was doing my thing Friday night. I was just talking to these guys about an event that we went to, and so yesterday I was no good, man. If I had to call somebody early in the morning, I'd have been like, yo, I'm out of commission. Like, you know what I'm saying?
No, like yesterday would even been worse. Yeah, yesterday would even been worse. Like that was even a worse night. Like I didn't even get no sleep from the night before. So
I feel you. So I definitely respect that. So all right, so now let's get back to what we was talking about before, because you said to me when we spoke before, there's no more projects out in Portland.
Oh no. Yeah. There's no more hood. There's no more like real ghettos. I mean, you can go over to the hood, you know what I mean, where we call the hood, or you know what I mean, where a hood is gonna be from. So you know what I mean, where a different hood is gonna be at. But at the end of the day, when you out there, it's probably gonna be white people that live in them houses now. So it's probably gonna be it's probably gonna be like, you know what I mean, more rich people and stuff around that actually own the houses and stuff like that. They done pushed everybody out over towards the north at first, and from the north they're pushing everybody out to southeast Portland and northeast Portland and Gresham area. Like they're trying to get everybody literally out of Portland. Or when it comes to blacks and minorities.
Well, you said Portland. What's the black community? You said it's like 7-8% black or something.
Yeah. It's like 6-7%. Yeah, it's like we like literally on top of each other. If you really like the black community and you from the black community, then it's like a 90% chance that you know everybody. It's a 90% chance that you're going to see that face there. You know that name, unless they've been keeping themselves out the way, or they've been kept out the way their whole life. You gonna know them. You gonna know who they is. You gonna know what they did. You gonna know who they was fucking. You gonna know, you know what I mean, who they, you know what I mean, all the problems and all that.
Everything.
It's that small. Yeah, it's that small.
Now,
it's overlapped on each other.
Places that I've been to like that, sometimes there's a crab in a bucket type of mentality, whereas, you know, if you try to get out, sometimes people try to hold you back because it's like, we don't want to get you, you know, you getting too big.
I'm sorry. I can't really hear you.
No, I said, like, my experience a lot of times when you go to certain hoods and it's small like that, sometimes there's like a crab in the bucket mentality where people really don't want to see you get out and prosper. They want to keep you right there with them. You know, exactly. Is that a little bit of that out there like that, or you know?
Yeah. It's like if you ain't really rocking around with who you rock with, and y'all going real thick, or
you gotta be
going
connected
with just your homeboy and you ready for some drama. Yes, there's 9 times you probably ain't gonna even be wanting to get out.
That's just what it is, man. That's what it is.
Exactly how it is, especially when the sun come out, like the spring and the summer. Like
we already know when that come out. We already know. That's like every hood. That's like every hood, man.
Fun's out, yeah.
Yeah, I already know what you're saying, man. So now,
for me, I just feel.
Now, who's the people feeding the community? What's the soul food restaurant, the food like type of thing out there? And every place, there's always at least one spot everybody go to get their grub on and all of that. What's that out there?
When it comes down to them soul food, and you really want that you know what I mean, you want that lady to stick her foot in it. Yeah. You want to go to Miss Delta's. That's exactly where you want to go, man. It's over in it's over in North Portland. I can't really put my name on the street. I want to say somewhere by Columbia. I want to say somewhere. So it's over there by Columbia.
Miss Delta's is the name of the spot?
Miss Delta's. Miss Delta's. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. So if you up in the city and you just Google Miss Delta's, you definitely gonna pull up.
Okay. And now what she got? What should I order if I go there? The chicken, the smothered, the fish, what?
Yeah. You definitely gonna want to order that probably the chicken and greens.
Okay.
Or the catfish.
Oh, I love catfish. Yeah. I love catfish.
Yep. Or that catfish. You feel me? Shoot, me, I'm a chicken. I'm a chicken type of dude.
Smothered chicken, fried chicken.
Yep. It's fried chicken. That's southern fried chicken. Yeah. Okay. You gonna eat well.
Okay. Macaroni and cheese.
Yeah,
is on point. The potato salad,
the macaroni and cheese, definitely the macaroni and cheese. Yeah.
All right, Miss Delta. All right, Miss Delta. Okay. Now, then after I get my grub on, I'm gonna want to go somewhere where I could go to a nice spot, maybe hear some good hip hop music, maybe see some women and stuff like that. Where would I go for that?
Yeah. See, look. I would say Exoticas, right? But shoot, it's been so many shootings at Exotica, they had to shut it down last year.
That used to be the spot. It used to be the spot, but it might get shot up though. But to just proceed at your own cause and at your own risk, right?
Every hood got one of those.
Man, work at Exotica, she was a brave bitch right there. She was a brave one. She wanted to. She didn't care about the other shit. She was getting her money.
I feel you. But now they closed it down.
They closed it down. So where I go after Exotica's done with is I go to Cabaret. I go to the Cabaret 2.
Okay.
And
that's strip club?
It's on Stark. Yeah, it's a strip club.
Okay.
It's a strip club.
Okay.
To me, it got the best beautiful women over in numbers. We call them the numbers because like the street numbers go up. The street numbers go up. You know what I mean? From 1 to 200, 300 or whatever. Okay. So it's over in like anything past 82nd is called the numbers.
Okay.
So so one over like 172nd in Stark or something like that. It's the Cabaret 2, and I go up in there around like I say like 9, 10 o'clock. Order me a steak, sit down with some Hennessy, and watch the beautiful ladies work.
It sounds like I can hang out with you, brother. Like, what's the women like out there, man? They thick, they slim. You got all flavors.
Oh, yeah. Like, y'all must not have heard the YG interview, man.
The YG? I gotta listen to it. So about YG from Cali, you talking about, right?
Yeah. When he came up out there, he had a little interview. You feel me? Asking he had a little interview, and he said somebody asked him what's the wildest city you ever been to when it came to girls, and he off top said Portland, Oregon.
Wow.
Portland, Oregon, it's the most ratchet city that you gonna be to. Yeah. Any bitch that really want to fuck with you, she gonna fuck with you. No matter what the fuck she got going, you feel me? There's so many girls that don't know what they want to do with their life because so many girls have came up from Portland off of whether it's basketball players, rappers. Like 50 Rich come over to Portland just to recruit. He just come to recruit. I feel like he should be doing free shows for the city now.
Whoa, okay.
That's how I be feeling. Yeah, that's just me and Smurf was just talking about that the other day. But yeah, 50 our dude. We fuck with him.
Okay.
Yeah, he come over there. He get his work real cool up over there.
Okay. And what other artists come? What other rappers and artists come through there and rap that y'all fuck with?
We had Sally Rue up there just the other day. But as far as West Coast, anybody from the West Coast comes to Portland. Especially, when they come up.
Is Portland mostly Crip or mostly Blood?
honestly, it's been so fake and fraudulent now. I couldn't even put it.
Because you was telling me that it's got all type of gangs. You got the GDs out there. You got a lot of different people out there.
Yeah. In nowadays and age, everybody don't know what they doing now because. You know what I mean? The fan, like I said, the Portland is too small. So, I mean, you might be from somewhere, but your dad or your uncle and your cousins is from somewhere else.
Right.
So, that's how that's always been a part in Oregon. And as far as, and more time goes on, it's more happening. So, every time somebody get killed, somebody else switch up. So
they switch up.
That's just how it's been going for the last 5-10 years. And every time somebody get killed, somebody switch up. You hear somebody was claiming something, and now they claiming something else. So, and me, I think personally that just has far as to do with there's no real hoods in Oregon. So like you're really just standing in your hood all day.
Facts.
You stand in your hood all day, you going to jail.
Right.
Like
facts.
Police is gonna pull up on you and they gonna, you know what I mean, write you down where you from and all that stuff. You feel me? So
facts.
Nobody want to go through all that every day.
Facts. So how long you been in Vegas now?
I've been here for about a month. I've been in Vegas for about a month, and I want to say that I really took Portland with me because for the last 2 days it's been raining.
Yeah, they say it's always raining out there in Seattle, Portland, and all that, right?
Man, Seattle and Portland, it's a rainy city.
Yo, I love Vegas,
Portland,
man.
It's a raining city.
I
I'm
know,
talking about
I heard.
rain. So yesterday, when I was out on the block and stuff yesterday, I'm thinking like, damn, I really brought the city with me. I'm in the rain right now. You feel me?
Wow.
Gotta do what I gotta do.
Wow. How you liking Vegas though? I love Vegas, man. I've been out there a bunch of times.
No. At the end of the day, I love it. You feel me? I'm out here for a better cause, and
Facts.
if I was back in the city, it probably wouldn't even be as good as this. I probably wouldn't even be having a smile on my face. So I might be in a better position financially, but still at the end, you feel me? I'm looking at the long term.
Why is everybody going out to Vegas? I know a lot of dudes from Cali went out to Vegas. Is it like some people from New Orleans after the flood went out to Vegas? They went to Texas and Vegas. What is it about Vegas that's attracting so many black folk out there?
I think at the end of the day, once you get to Vegas, you can be whoever you want to be. Whether you wanted to start over or whether you wanted to keep going on what you was doing, you can be whoever you want to be once you get out to Vegas. Because at the end of the day, it's going to be more tourists than a lot of places out here, right. and a lot of people out on the West Coast is more closer to Vegas. Right. So, you can just, whether you coming out here on a run or you coming out here on fun, you feel me? Like,
so it just offers you an opportunity to go out there, still get your grind and hustle on, and you can kind of get low a little bit, I guess.
Yep.
Okay,
that's exactly how it is. So, people in my city, they feel like they back against the wall. They get a little bitch and they go to Vegas.
I feel you, man. I hear you. Out here on the East Coast, I guess we go to the South, right? We go to, Florida. It could be Florida, York, Atlanta. You know what I'm saying? Yep. North Carolina now is becoming the spot where a lot of people getting low at. You know what I'm saying? Getting ghosts.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying? So, a lot of people out here do that. But anyway, dog, I appreciate you letting us know what's popping in your city. You definitely gave me a good idea.
I appreciate you for letting me know.
I feel like if I go out there, I'm like, okay, I kind of know how to move now. I know what's really going on out there, and I'm sure a lot of the listeners know that as well. So, I appreciate it. We definitely gonna stay in touch, and let me know when you got music coming so I can blast it out for you and stuff like that. You hear me?
Yeah. Yeah, I hear you now.
All right, cool. So I appreciate you, and have a good one, and good luck with everything that you do. Hope you prosper. Hello? Yeah,
you cutting out.
No, I said good luck with everything that you do, and I hope you prosper.
That's love. I appreciate you for even letting me, let you know what's popping in my city.
Nah, no doubt.
So,
no doubt. We all gotta connect like that.
Radio go all the way to the top. When I make it big, I'm gonna do Pokerface Radio for the free.
Oh,
that's no charge.
Oh, listen,
anytime I make it big, if I make it big, I'm coming to Pokerface Radio anytime I'm around.
Say no more. That's love, baby. All right, we'll talk, man.
All right, bro. Appreciate it.
All right, later, bro. So again, that was Hilltop letting us know what's popping in his city, Portland. It's real out there, man. It's just crazy when you got like a small segment of a population, and they banging, and you know what I'm saying, out there. So it's definitely good. We've had a lot of different people talk about what's popping in their city, from Flint, Chicago, a couple other areas. So it's one of my favorite segments that we
do. You're listening to DSN Dematrix Studios, the #1 network in America.
What up? We back. Pokerface Radio, #facts. Hope y'all enjoyed that little mix. Slick Rick, Rakim, and Big Daddy Kane. We actually had a little bit of a bet when we saw that show too. I was like, who you think is gonna close, Rakim or Big Daddy Kane? And I was like, damn, Kane probably should, because I think he's one of the
performance-wise. But Rakim killed it though.
But Rakim is the god MC. I mean, people mention him up there. He's on the Mount Rushmore of rappers with a lot of other rappers. So of course he did close it down. The god MC Rakim. So I hope y'all enjoyed that little Pokerface mix that we put together. But now we're gonna get into probably some of y'all favorite segment, which is Hot Topics. And as usual, we normally have a comedian, and we have comic Rashad Bashir in the building.
What's up?
From Harlem. So Harlem stand up. Harlem stand. Well, actually, he was born in.
I was born in the Bronx.
But he lives in Harlem now. I've been saying Harlem now. What do you feel like? You feel Harlem or Bronx?
I say the Bronx for scare tactics.
For scare tactics.
I can't tell. I'm from BN. I'm from Harlem. We're an area. We're not a borough.
Yo, people from the Bronx, I always ask them, how come everybody gotta say I'm from the Bronx? Nobody says I'm from the Brooklyn. I'm from the Bronx.
The Bronx.
Or the X.
From the X. I'm like, all right, I got you. Cool.
Yeah, so, tell the people a little bit about yourself, how long you've been a comic, places you performed, stuff like that.
Me, I was, growing up, getting my ass whooped all the time, bullied, being ashy, having a gap in my teeth. Everything played a role in me.
B Boogie, fact checker. She would have identified with you. She couldn't be here. Shout out to B Boogie, the fact checker, if you listening.
Oh, she asked you to?
She's got it. No. She got the gap. She always talks about.
Oh, okay. All right.
Being teased and stuff like that.
Okay. Yeah, I mean, I've heard it all. People say I look like Michael Strahan in the Funhouse mirror. They just everything just hurtful. Right, I got the Eddie Murphy mustache with the Dave Chappelle voice. I'm like, I got it. I know. Right. So I've been. I started comedy at about, they would say, like a late age. It's not really a late age. It was a good age. I started at 22. Okay. Went to a open mic downtown in the Lower East Side called Eastville Comedy Club. That's where I wanted to break in. Regular open mic, just testing your jokes out, see what's funny, get your voice out there, and that's what you want to do. And from that point on, I didn't get the laughs at first, but I started to watch, and I realized that you have to speak your own truth. Don't try to look like anybody else.
Facts.
All right, because now you're just trying to emulate what they do, and then you're just gonna be just like them. That's not your story. Tell your own story as a comedian. It's
kind of like when you're young and you start talking to girls and stuff, try to have a game. If you try to do with somebody else, sometimes it don't work. What works for them ain't gonna work for you.
Because they have that image, right, in order to say that, in order for the girl to believe that.
Yeah. Right. Yeah.
Be like, yo, my name's Slick Rick, baby. How you doing? He got lotion on his ass and everything. Like, I can't go up to her
and do the same thing.
Like, hey, baby, how you doing? I can't do that. I look ridiculous. All right. I look ridiculous. Plus, I'm skinny. I ain't got no muscle. Look, I'm trying to fill all of this in by the summertime. All right. I'm trying to get some girth on me. All right. That's what I'm trying to do. But I've been doing comedy almost 6 years. August will make my 6-year anniversary.
Oh, nice.
So for comedy, really excited about that. I perform all over the city. I also perform outside the city. I performed at Joker's Wild in Connecticut.
Okay.
And I've also just recently, about 2 weeks ago, I just did a show in D.C.
Oh, where in D.C.?
It's this spot called the Beer Baron. It's like a bar.
What street is that on? I used to live in DC. So.
It was on 22nd Street, like northwest.
Northwest. Okay.
Yeah.
All right.
So yeah, that was an amazing show.
Well, a lot of dope comics came out of DC. They definitely have a thing for comedy out there. I think Dave Chappelle.
Yeah, Dave Chappelle.
Chappelle, yeah.
Is it
from DC?
Was Martin Lawrence from out there too?
That I'm not sure.
I believe Martin Lawrence might be from out there, but okay. CJ with the jokes over there.
Oh, and this guy, he's on MTV. Jermaine Fowler.
Oh, he's from DC too.
Yeah.
Okay. All right. Yeah.
Well, he's from Maryland, but you
that's
know,
all like the same thing. It's like kind of like Connecticut, New Jersey. New York kind of thing, you know.
Okay. Yeah.
Yeah.
So yeah, I performed at Caroline's about 5 times in my early years, like my first 2 years in.
Yeah.
So
once you have Caroline's on your resume, that kind of gives you that.
I was just say that's the stamp
of legitimacy. Like I made it.
No, I didn't. I'm still living with my mother.
Right.
The struggle has begun.
Right.
So yeah, I love comedy. Every time I'm on stage, I learn something new.
Cool.
Whenever I bomb and I don't do good, that's my biggest lesson ever. You know, you can't always do good. You're never gonna learn from what you're doing. You always success comes from failure. All right,
that's facts.
You know, you have to know how to fail. You have to know what failure looks like in order to succeed.
Absolutely.
All right, because
build, yeah.
Right,
move
because
up, yeah.
My dad
you fail, then you breathe.
Right,
That's
exactly.
That's the
fail,
word.
Then you breathe. My dad
breathe.
told me we're not born perfect. We're born to perfect.
Absolutely. That's good wisdom.
It's actually a great quote right there.
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah, it is.
He's gonna use that.
Yeah.
Yeah, I will.
He
I'll
steals all
claim it
types
for my
of
own.
stuff.
I'm gonna have a drink. I'm gonna have a drink in my hand. Like, baby, we ain't born perfect. We born to perfect.
This guy right here is famous. He will. Don't be surprised.
I will take your
10
idea.
minutes,
Trust me.
He's gonna say it to you, and you didn't say it just now. You're gonna be like, yeah, because you know.
Yeah. Well, like, wait a minute. Did you just Donald Trump me just
He
now?
does that
We're
shit
not
all the
born
time.
perfect. We're born to perfect.
Yeah, he's gonna say it to you like he's teaching you. Motherfucker, I just told you that. Like,
Hey, man. Like, hey.
I do that to him all the time.
yeah, absolutely. I'm like, motherfucker, that's what I just said. Like,
Yeah,
anyway,
man.
Go ahead, man. So it's for 6 years now, you have a sign there and something that you've been. It's like your movement.
Yeah.
What's that all about? Tell
This
us about that.
is.
It's called don't bring.
Yeah,
your
this
kid.
is the show is called "Better Not Bring Your Kid."
Okay.
All right. This was a quote from Dave Chappelle on the show. Remember, he would come from break, and you know, you see the 2 old guys they playing the
Yeah. I went to
and
a live
everything.
taping of Dave Chappelle.
Yeah, and he threw the money in, and he's like, "Better not bring your kid." And I was like, "Yo,
That was a pretty good Chappelle impression right
Yeah.
there.
Yeah, it was.
I
Do you do good? You do a lot of impressions.
I do a few
Impersonation?
impressions, you know. I'm pretty like, you know. Hey man, you know, it's your man Chappelle here, right here. Oh, we in the Bronx, son. Oh, we doing it, son.
Yeah, that's
Oh,
pretty spot on right there. I
Yeah,
gotta
that's
tell you.
pretty good.
and then you know one of his idols, Paul Mooney. Like
Oh,
you know,
yeah,
Paul
Paul
Mooney.
Mooney's the man.
He said, "Look, white people are taking over everywhere. It's true. It's true. I tell you right now. Look, I almost stepped on a Yorkie the other day.
That's funny.
Yeah.
That's very good.
Look, Martha Stewart. Okay."
Yo, that is Paul Mooney.
Oh, it's
Now, my favorite, if you're sports fans and you watch ESPN, my favorite show to watch is First Take.
Oh
With
yeah.
Skip
Don't
Bayless
tell me you're gonna do Stephen A.
and Stephen A. So, you are just so disrespectful right now. Let me tell you something. LeBron James is the best NBA basketball player on earth right now. Skip, stop. Just stop right now. Because you're just so disrespectful right now.
Yeah.
You're such a Tom Brady fan right now. I mean, if he farts, you call it perfume.
That's Stephen A.
Yeah,
When did you start doing impersonations?
Oh man, that I started in high school. Let me tell you something. I did not get one good grade in high school, but all my grades went up when I started doing impersonations of the teacher.
Oh yeah.
Like they pulled me out of the classroom. I'm taking a Regents. All right,
Right.
I'm doing basura. Like I'm doing terrible on this math Regents. They pulled me. Rashad, can we see you for a second? I'm like, I'm thinking I'm in trouble. I'm like, you know, we got to put you in special ed or something. The teachers is sitting at the table like they're Congress or something.
Right.
And they're like, Rashad, we want you to impersonate the janitor. I'm like, what the?
The Regents up there.
I'm like, I'm taking a Regents But if it'll get me that 65, I'm good. Like, I'm good.
You happy with a 65, right?
Look, 65, I can graduate.
I can graduate, right?
I can pass.
Yeah.
So yeah, it just came from school and always being around characters. Okay.
Now I know Viva, if she was here, she would say, you know, she likes to snap. She
Oh,
said
okay.
because she used to get teased about like her gap that made her good snapper.
Yeah.
Because she had to like, you know, start coming back with shit to shut people down
Right.
and shit. Is that something that kind of developed with you too, or
Yeah, because you
like
know,
the impersonations, or
like
just
I
getting
couldn't
jokes?
fight. I couldn't fight, and I couldn't run very fast. So I was like, it's either.
Right.
She had a snap.
So it's either. And the one thing was I had no filter. That was the thing. I would just be blatantly honest. I would see something and I would just say it.
Right.
It would come out and people would think I was an asshole. And that was part of the reason why I was getting beat up. You know, them girls, they hit hard. Like, it wasn't even a dude. I get into a fight, this little kid, he was like, yo, I'm going to get my sister. I was like, what? Big Cassidy coming down her weeble wobble ass. She just was like, you messing with my little brother? I was in love. Like, I love big girls. Let me just put that out there.
Right.
I love thick girls. I love thick girls because they feel like hot laundry in the bag, and they just wonderful. You ever see when they leaning on the side like this? It look like a loaf of bread right there.
Fact.
Look like folded towels on the shelf.
That's fact.
But that's I always do that stage, and sometimes people, they look at it and they listen and they be like, oh, he's talking about big girls, he's bashing them. No, that's my preference. That's what I like. That's what I like.
That loaf of bread on the side.
Yeah, I'm like, yeah,
turns
you know, I'm
you
like,
on.
yeah, like, you know, you hug them, you pull change out or something. You pull your left hand out, your watch missing, like, it's crazy.
Oh shit, that's
And
funny.
so people, you know, when they listen to that joke, I always have to give a disclaimer. I always have to give a disclaimer before I get into that.
Oh, that's like what's his name? One of my favorite comics. He's always talking about women with abortions and he used to be on Last Comic Standing for a minute. Big brother, he always drinking Hennessy on the stage.
Oh, Corey Holcomb.
Corey Holcomb.
Yo.
That's one of my. He always gives a disclaimer.
Yo,
He was like, if you ain't seen my show, I'm just telling you now.
Like a
Yeah,
warning.
Yeah, it's one of my favorites. So you have to give disclaimers.
They give disclaimers a lot of time because, you know, right now comedy has evolved from the 80s to 90s. Now it's 2000s. Everything is so politically correct. You can't say anything because you're going to offend a group of people. Or
Yeah, in the 80s and 70s, like, comics
absolutely.
were really offensive. Like,
and
compared to now, like, you can't get away with saying
sure.
same stuff.
Sure, sure.
You know?
And now
I hear certain things that comedians say when we go. I'm like, damn, you can still say that. Like, you know what I mean? I'm surprised sometimes because it depends on where you go. More intimate settings, it seems like people are more depending
Looser,
on what they
yeah.
see in the
Yeah.
crowd. Then if they go to some of those big places like a Caroline's or something.
yeah, like
they
a
need little
Caroline,
bit,
like
yeah.
any comedy open mic where comedians are just there to test out the jokes to see what works, see what's done to tune it up. You're gonna hear some of the most weirdest shit ever.
Yeah, facts.
Yeah, and it surprises me because I'm listening to what a lot of these comedians are saying. Okay, and it's just. And it's not funny to me because, you know, I got into comedy to perform for people who don't do comedy. I didn't do comedy to perform for other comedians. So if I'm doing my regular joke and it's not getting laughs, I know it gets laughs anyway from a real audience. But when I hear these comedians on stage, I'm like, who did you grow up with?
right.
What was your life like?
Right.
And I don't mean to stereotype, but it's mostly the white comedians that say.
I've seen and heard some
oh my goodness! Yeah. And, you know, sometimes they'll get up there. He's like, you know, my dick looks like cottage cheese. I'm like, that's not an image.
But you know what? They probably listen to some black comics and be like, that shit is weird.
No,
like I couldn't imagine like living. You know, comics always talk about how poor they are.
Yeah,
that's crazy to me. You grew up like that.
Yeah, of course.
Think of all whites over there. You know.
It's just bad. That's why I try not to tread the line with anything like that. I always give a disclaimer. If I'm going to talk about anybody as far as the black people, the gay community, I always give a disclaimer. All right, I don't want to come off negative anyway because I want people to come.
Yeah, making fun of gay people nowadays got to be extremely politically incorrect. Right?
Yeah.
You can't.
So you must be a Donald Trump fan. 'Cause he's always talking
Hell no,
about.
Donald Trump.
He's always
Let me
talking
tell you
about being
something.
politically
Let me tell you
correct.
something. Anybody that supports Donald Trump deserves to be homeless. All right, you do not deserve to have hot water, a roof, or any type of food. Are you really kidding me right now?
But he's gonna make it great though. He's gonna make it great again. You know?
I'm just saying with the things that Donald Trump is saying, it's just so out of control. He's like, look, we gotta get rid of all the Mexicans, all right? We gotta go down. We're gonna give all rapists condoms so they can do their thing. What are you talking about? What are you talking about, man?
Right.
And this is it surprises me that many people go to his rallies.
Yeah.
And I'm like,
It's scary, yeah.
Matter of fact, we were just talking about the place, the Emporium out in Long Island, in the What's Pissed Me Off segment. The guy was actually telling me he's doing a rally out there, and they're gonna have like crazy security or something like that.
Oh,
out
wow.
there. Yeah, absolutely.
his rallies should be in specific places such as Mississippi or Alabama.
Right.
You know, somewhere they cut
off specific areas, like
Right, somewhere they cut off deers' heads and put it on the front of their truck.
Right,
God damn it, Trump! I'm a Trump supporter, goddamn.
No facts.
Ridiculous, man.
All right, so let's let you know what since kind of got started. Let's get into hot topics because there's been a lot of different things, going on, and I kind of want to start off with, to me, what was for one point one of the hottest topics. We were just talking. I was talking to engineer CJ about Meek Mill. He just dropped a new freestyle to Summer 16 with Drake. And this brother can't catch a break, man.
Oh.
You said I'm like the biggest Meek fan, and you gotta understand it's not necessarily. I don't hate on any. I try not to hate on any artist. You doing your thing. I love your music or whatever. I just, we already went into why I support Meek from other shows or what have you. But this brother can't seem to catch a break. No. You had Nicki Minaj
Just come on Ellen or something.
goes on Ellen,
Yo.
and everybody went crazy. Oh, finally she dumps Meek. Meek is a loser. This and that. I'm like, but right, that's what I was about to get to. I've had because people say you always defending Meek, and it's like, like once I'm a fan, we talked about this. Me, I'm just a loyal person. Once I fuck with you, I don't just like not fuck with you because you're unpopular right now. You understand what I'm saying? Because if I liked your music, I still like your music. You know what I'm saying? And when you wrong, you wrong. I'm gonna say he's fucked up. Unless this motherfucker all of a sudden decides that he turns left and starts like raping babies or some shit like that. You know what I'm saying? Like does something that's crazy. Like what's his biggest crime? His biggest crime was that some guy who they were cool wrote a verse on his thing. He found out the guy didn't write it, and it used to be a big crime. It's not anymore.
No, that's common now.
It's not a crime where people write. So, but he is kind of like the gateholder from that era. But a lot of people don't understand that, and he's emotionally got caught in his feelings, and that's probably his biggest crime, that he gets caught in his feelings. So now Nicki comes out and says, some boy, which she was kind of wrong for that. Actually, you know what? Let's play the clip. I think I have it set up over there. Let's play the clip for everybody. I want y'all to hear the clip so we can hear specifically what she said, because I had people call me, what you gonna say now? Now Nicki dropped. You got it? All right, let's hear the clip.
First of all, that's not an engagement ring, right?
No, I know that.
No. I have 2 rings from this boy that likes me. And he said that, oh my God, stop!
That boy has money. Whatever boy that is.
That's not my engagement ring, though. He said that that's my 2nd ring, and that if I get a 3rd ring, that would be the engagement ring.
So, do you want the 3rd ring? Are you ready to get engaged?
I don't know. We're still figuring each other out. And in fact, I don't even want to say I'm in a relationship anymore, because I think when people hear that, they go to like the mean place and try to not you though.
No,
you're
not me. So let's talk about it.
But
let's you and I talk about it in a kind place.
Well, I used to say I'm not in a relationship, even though I was in a 12-year relationship.
I know. I knew that, and I didn't push it.
Right. And then now I feel like just going back to that and saying, you know what, I'm single. First of all, that's not an engagement ring, right?
No, I know that.
No. I have 2 rings from this boy that likes me.
Mm-hmm.
So that
Laurie is high-fiving himself.
Right. See, all right. There's a couple things from
He's like, yeah, 12 years.
There's a couple things from that. First of all, this is from a boy that likes me. That was kind of
disrespectful.
Yeah.
So even if you're like trying to play the public and you don't want your business in the street, let's say you're gonna take the Jay-Z approach, which is deny the relationship. You know what I'm saying? Stop a lot, and this kind of shows you the wisdom of Jay-Z. You understand?
Yo, he
denied that relationship with Beyonce for like 5-10 years almost. You know what I'm saying? While they was doing their thing. So that's the wisdom. So let's say you decided to take that approach. Why you still gotta call the guy a boy that likes you? You know what I'm saying? You know, and the other thing, you could be older than the person, but still, you know that's insulting to anyone.
And then you doing it to millions of people watching.
Millions of people watching. You already know that you have to at this point know with all the media training and how big you are. You've been a celebrity that was going to be used. Okay.
Do you know how many memes is going to come out?
Oh, they've already been coming out.
Oh, really?
It's done already. Oh, it's already done.
Oh,
it's done. The other thing is, why does Nicki talk to us like we're kids? Like he said, it's gonna put us in a mean place. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, those us like we're all like 2-year-olds. Like, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
it was just funny. What do you think about that?
You know, did you see her hands in the video though? Like, she had like gorilla knuckles. I was like, yo, she was breaking bricks outside before. I'm just glad that she a real chick. She's like, look, my hands is ashy because ain't no black woman.
My hands.
Any black woman going on Ellen talking, she got ash sitting on her hands. I'm gonna just tell you that right now. Her hands are in her pocket or in her purse.
Right.
Everything.
Right.
But you know, the whole thing is, you know,
well, you were saying that she didn't really break up with.
Yeah, like
I think she put out a tweet saying that she's not single. Or something like that. Right after.
I'm not.
She stopped wearing the ring too, I think, right? And that was going on.
Well, now everybody's confused. Nobody really knows what's going on, I think, because you kind of say that, but then you kind of backtrack and say you're not single. So, you know, nobody knows what's really going on. It came out that Meek had, or his crew had beat up Quentin Miller, who wrote who was saying that, you know, people said a lot of Drake stuff. So, you know, and then and then what was funny about what he said was, because he was on an interview, I believe it was on Vlad TV. Vlad has the interview with him where they had talked about him getting beat up. And he said, and he asked him right on the spot. He said, "Is that true that you did get beat up by Meek's crew?" He said, "Yeah, but you know what kind of made it look bad again for me is he kind of took that whole power away. He said, I'm not a gangster, so you want points for being me. I'm a peaceful guy. You know, you think you're going to get points on me. You know what I'm saying? Like, I shed blood. It was like I shed blood in a Nike store for this rap shit. Like, you know what I'm saying? So it kind of made him look cool and like me, like damn me. It's like beating up the weird geek kid.
Yeah, you beat up the
school,
intern
like
at the
right. You know what I'm saying?
Like a bully, yeah.
He's like, I don't walk around with goons and nothing like that. I ain't nobody. And y'all like, yo, apologize to me.
Like,
and he was like, nah.
The dude was probably carrying Dunkin' Donuts with him. He's like, he gonna like these jelly-filled ones. They was like, yo, fuck Drake, and just slapped shit out. You know, it started working on him. But you know. I'm like, you know, it's, you know, sometimes, you know, I hear a lot of guys, you know, when you ever see the videos where the dude beat up on the video?
Yeah.
And he was like, yeah, I'm a real dude, you know, I'm this, I'm that. But then you look at the dude he beat up.
Right.
He either too fat or he too short.
Right.
One of the two.
You won't get no props.
And then he was like, yeah, this is what I do out here. I'm like, that's not what you do. Right. Beat up the mailman. Right. That's basically what you did. He got a 9 to 5.
Right.
He got kids, probably in his, but you know he a sucker, so you know he got to take care of them. And then you gonna go run up on him?
He take care of some other man.
Yeah. Then you gonna run. Then you gonna make matters worse and get his ass whooped for no reason.
No, yeah, you get no prize for that.
Just looking.
So that's what I'd say. That's on my damn me taking another bad week, man. So, but that was definitely one of the hot topics out there. The other one that we got to talk about again. Shout out to the old school hip hop crews out there. NWA got inducted into the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame on Friday, which is a huge accomplishment for them. You know, I'm old enough to remember where they got no radio play. They got, you know, this is before social media and all of that stuff. Yeah. It was just strictly, you know,
word of mouth.
Word of mouth.
Yeah, that was it.
Strictly word of mouth. They just came in such an aggressive way. But, you know, California, Compton, straight out of Compton, like that aggressive. And they really reported what was going on out there. And that was the one beautiful thing about hip hop before Twitter. And that's kind of what inspired me to do What's Poppin' in Your City, to a certain extent, because it was like before there was Twitter and social became so small, we learned a lot about what was going on in other cities and other areas through hip hop.
Yeah. Well, yeah, you know I never heard of Compton.
In New York, we especially with hip hop on the streets, we thought New York was everything. Like whatever happened in the boroughs was all that bad for the most part. And then, you know, we started hearing music, especially NWA guys, about fuck the police and this and that, and they would just really forecast what was about to come with the Rodney King riots and the Rodney King thing and all of that. So those guys, I think all of that is what made them most relevant. They was basically like banned from radios. Like when you will think about what they went through to now being inducted, and FBI was after them, to being inducted into the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame, and you see again how talented they are. Dre damn near a billionaire with the Dre beat. Ice Cube is not only a hip hop icon, but now he's a movie icon now. So you know, these guys were definitely, you know, way ahead of their time, and definitely moved the culture further as far as all that's concerned. But the other thing that got a lot of press was that you know, Gene Simmons, who was a member of the rock and roll band Kiss, had said a couple months ago that he wishes rap would die because, you know, like an MC Ren of NWA was able to kind of address that and said hip hop ain't going nowhere.
No, it's never going
genre now.
You know,
it's not going anywhere.
It's the biggest genre across the world. You go anywhere, you go to Europe, you go to Asia,
right?
And you go to certain areas, and they you say, "Oh, I'm from America." They're like, "Oh, you from America?" And they ask you, "Do you know these celebrities that we listen to?" Like we friends or something. Like we was in the same class.
When I was young and I used to go to different places, and you know, because New York rap was so big, I'd be like, "Yeah, I know LL."
I just know him.
You'd be like, "Oh, word." Oh my God!
Panties come off.
Oh, absolutely. You know, that's
I can introduce you to LL.
Oh yeah,
that's my man. He's gonna be at the next cookout and everything.
Yeah, exactly.
Well, you know, what he might be mad about. I mean, don't get me wrong. There are some Kiss songs, you know, I like. I mean, I was never a huge like metal fan or anything like that, but that form of music kind of died in many ways. Like
heavy metal is dead.
I mean, it's still around, but it's very
a sub but it's
genre.
nowhere near what it used to be.
No, it's not on the radio. It's not anywhere. So maybe he's hating a little bit. That could be what it is.
That could be what it is. I didn't really think about that. I think what he said was, which is crazy coming from a heavy metal guy. He said the melodies and the this and the that, and what comes to it, he's just tired of people talking over, you know, beats. And you know, to a large extent, I guess he just doesn't get what hip hop really is.
He's from an older generation,
right?
Yeah, he's in the 60s. Though.
Yeah, maybe right? He's got a daughter that loves hip hop and wants out there banging, you know, these black rappers or something like that. Yeah, you never know.
Jay-Z. Well, I would say top 3 biggest moguls in the world.
Of course,
top 3. His records aren't always bought by, you know, African American people. Bought by a lot of Caucasian white people.
Well,
and then
white people are the biggest.
Yeah, like the biggest supporters.
That's what I was about to say.
So it's like, how can you say that? You said you can't wait to hip hop die. You disrespecting Jay like that.
It's here's the thing. Rap is not going anywhere. Hip hop is not going anywhere as a culture. It's actually pop music now.
It's replaced.
Like it used to be underground, but it's replaced so many forms of. I mean, even the R&B is almost dead because of
like true R&B is not as
true
exposed
R&B is
anymore.
like dead now because every R&B person almost wants to be
like a rapper.
It's like rap R&B now. You know what I mean? So that's kind of changed a little bit. And
Soul Trap.
Yeah, so
Singing in the trap house.
yeah, absolutely.
Oh,
So
that's what Fetty Wap is doing. Okay, that's what he's doing.
right.
All
So you know, it is pop music now. You know what I'm saying? Popular music, like you said, all over the world. So it's definitely not going anywhere. And he did sound like a little bit of a hater saying that, you know, right now, which is unfortunate for him because there are a lot of people probably was fans of his who heard that as well because Kiss is a legendary rock and roll music. You know, back in the days in hip hop messed with rock, punk rock mostly. You know, remember
Well, the Beastie Boys were a punk
Blondie,
band originally.
well, Run DMC. I mean, you know, you had a lot of the cultures that, like, you had everybody talks about the Bronx, but there was a lot in the Lower East Side and downtown Manhattan where a lot of hip hop people and the punk rockers would mess with each other, the breakdance artists and all that. It was really a music that brought a lot of cultures together as an art form. So, you know, he kind of missed out on that a little bit. But on to the next thing, another big topic, mostly pretty much here in New York and especially in Harlem, was that Diddy is he's got a school coming, a charter school in Harlem, and you know, I think that's huge for him.
Take that.
I heard some people take that exactly. That was good. Yeah, he's like, take that.
I just hope he don't make them walk to Brooklyn to get their lunch.
That's what I'm saying. Yeah, they gotta go get cheesecake and shit. Right?
I'm just. Yeah. Can you imagine that? Where did you get on your grades? Oh, you gotta walk to Brooklyn.
No detention. They gotta go get cheesecake for him.
Yeah, you gotta walk to Yonkers to get your milk. Like what? Can I get a Metro card, please? That's crazy stuff right there.
Can you imagine? That's funny.
Hey.
But shout out to Diddy, man. You know, when charter schools first came out, I said, you know, these are things that I think a lot of money celebrities should do in their communities. You can actually be a part of educating the kids instead of looking at it from, you know, just the system itself and raising your kids. So Diddy's definitely doing that. Brother, I forget his name. The big Boogie was here. She wouldn't tell me. Horrible with names, guys. But he's from Connecticut, and he was a legendary educator as well. And they teamed up together, and was able to bring that. But some people would say this is actually the biggest story for the last 2 weeks was that whole Laker drama thing. You know, you had Nick Young and D'Angelo Russell looking like D'Angelo Russell snitched on your boy Nick. What did you guys think about that?
I mean, put it how you want to put it. Yo, why would you, first of all, that's supposed to be your man. That's your teammate. That's
family. You in the foxhole with him.
Exactly. Y'all balled it. Y'all always.
Did he break the man code?
He broke man
all
code.
All kind of codes. Right?
All kind of codes. First of all, why you sitting over there recording him?
Right.
As if you trying to like keep it away in case he say something crazy about you. You just gonna throw that.
Right.
And the way and it's like the way he did it. It was very immature.
Right.
It's very immature because he
said he didn't put it out there to the public. He said somehow it got out there.
No,
That's
dude.
like
It was
bullshit,
unless you gave your phone to somebody and you showed them the video.
Right.
Nowadays, if it goes public, you did it.
Yeah, you did it.
It comes from your own media. It comes from your phone. Yeah, I mean, there's no back and off that.
Do you think maybe he sent it to somebody else that was supposed to stay between them two? But he don't want to put the other person on blast now. That's what some people were saying. Like he sent it to somebody else. Like, oh, can you believe this guy did this? And the other person sent it out.
I mean, it's possible because you know shit can spread.
But either way,
they're
not supposed to be doing that type of shit.
And that's your home. And that's your home. And they show all types of clips of them. You know,
Nick Young was his big homie. Like if you people don't know, like when you're a rookie on a team, it's just like anything else, whether you know school or a gang, whatever you into. Somebody becomes your big homie. Somebody becomes your mentor. The guy that you look to. So I guess D'Angelo Russell was assigned, or Nick Young took him in as his youngin. You know? So I guess when they went on the road, they probably was in the same dorms. So I think when he asked, because I was debating with this other guy, who was kind of blaming Nick Young. He was like, "Yo, you shouldn't have opened your mouth," and like kind of was talking too much. And I'm like, nah. I mean, I kind of understand what he's saying, but at the same token, I'm like, okay, if this is a youngin to you, and he's asking you a question. And you're coming at it like, okay, let me just tell you about my experiences.
Yeah.
And you just telling him about your experience on a one-to-one, and that's what it is. That's what it is. Like, if I can't trust you, we on the same team in the foxhole together, we supposed to trust each other.
Yeah.
Now, from what I understand, Nick Young is mentally really fucked up. Like, he's not even playing in the games right now.
Yeah, because
you know, his marriage or relationship may be over now. Like, that's some real sucker shit.
Yeah, and you know, it all plays a part in that, because a team has to. You got to be a team on the court and off the court,
right?
All the time. You know, these are the people that you know that you play with. This is your team until you get traded or something.
Well, the guys on the Lakers not even passing them the ball.
Yeah.
I don't know if they are now, but they at one point
because they completely exiled them, because now we can't trust you off the court. So what makes you think we gonna trust you on the court? Right. So everything plays a part. Like, everything is connected. Like, personally, look, whatever my homeboys do, that's their business. I'm not gonna spread that to nobody.
Absolutely.
Cause you my people. I don't understand why you do it. It's fucked up. What I'll do is, I'm like, yo, bro, you shouldn't do that.
Right. Yeah.
Like, you know that's wrong, because you my people. I hang out with you all the time.
You even have dudes who I know don't fuck with each other that wouldn't do shit like that. Like, yo, I don't like that dude, but you understand what I'm saying? I'm not gonna front. He's doing like, this and that, but I'm not gonna do that, because that's kind of like, yo, dog. You know what I mean?
It's petty. You know, we have it in our mind. It's pettiness. Right. Yeah, we don't want to deal with all that petty stuff.
And I'm not. And listen, just so y'all know, I'm not saying that you should go out there and go, okay.
Yeah.
We put that disclaimer out there.
That's what I was saying earlier.
You gotta put that disclaimer.
Put the disclaimer.
I put that disclaimer
not cool to cheat, but if you know somebody that's doing that, and you know the person that they doing it to is a good person, by all means convince them in the best way you can. Don't do that. You
privately,
privately. Like, yo, don't do that to them. You know, like, I like both of y'all. Y'all both my peoples, and this is why, you know, I hang out with y'all, because y'all got great chemistry with each other,
right?
And I love y'all. So I don't want to be in the middle of me seeing you doing something dirty to this person, and I gotta keep and I'm a witness.
Right.
I'm like, I won't go to that person, because I'm not trying to betray you. So I gotta try to stop it here.
Yeah, but privately.
Now, let's say, okay, this has already happened. If you're D'Angelo Russell, what would you do at this point now in order to make it better?
I would start carrying their bags. I would sleep in the luggage part of the bus. Just so you know. Just so you know, you can trust me. Look, I'm here by myself. You know, he has a lot of mending to do, and a friendship that was torn.
I wouldn't be.
It would never be the same again.
Now he could get better and mature, because I do believe in giving people second chances, because we've all, you know, effed up a lot in life. You know, at certain times, especially when you're young. You know, you make decisions, and for whatever reason, maybe it could have been jealousy, maybe it could have been because he thought it was funny, because he said, Obi, he's young, and you know, I heard you just doing a thing on Stephen A. And I listened to Stephen A, who said exactly what I said. You know better when you're like 12 years old. That's just one of the things you don't do. And this dude is like 20, 21 or something like that. You know you ain't supposed to do shit like that. You ain't supposed to record nobody and put it out there to anybody else. So it's like, come on, man, you know better than that. So, but I do believe in giving people second listen. If you asked me this 15, 20 years ago, I probably would have said something different. But I have seen people change in life, and they mature. And you know, you got listen. There's young people that I deal with now in business and stuff like that, and I'm a lot more patient with them, because they think they know every fucking thing, and they think they moving smart. And I'm watching them, and I'm saying, you know, I've seen them move before. I said, you don't know what the hell you're doing right now. You think you know, but you don't know, and eventually you, and then you'll come back around. I'll be here for you. You know what I'm saying? So I'm kind of taking that approach, and I'm sure a lot of other people are taking that approach with Jay. But he got to go through what he got to go through right now. You know, God has His plans for all of us, and we all got to walk that path. And sometimes those paths, it gets rough.
Yeah,
so he's going through that rough. I think his biggest problem is that he was drafted. I think he was the second overall pick or third overall pick. He hasn't really lived up to it.
Yeah,
he's been playing better. That's his biggest problem, because if he was tearing up the league right now, trust me, I don't think he would have even went through the not passing the ball shit. been like, well, he is the man.
We
on
need
the
him,
team
yeah.
right now.
You gotta look at stuff as far as remember that issue, that situation with LeBron and
Which one? LeBron had a few situations.
No, the one with his teammate was smashing his mom.
Oh
yeah.
Yo, did you like recently? They had a clip like that dude's like homeless now with some.
Wow.
Yeah, they just had it like a few weeks ago.
Is that official though that he was smashing his mom?
Well, that's what it was.
I would put it to you like this.
Yeah.
It never came out from anybody saying that it wasn't true.
Right.
So something was going on there.
Something was going on.
It was with smoke. There's a little fire.
Yeah.
We don't know how big the fire was.
But my point was, you look at that now. LeBron, best NBA player on the planet. You know, well,
some people say that's why he left Cleveland the first time.
Yeah,
that's what they were saying.
And then you had that situation with his teammate and his mom, but they still had to play on the team and win. That was and that's the thing. Like that, honestly, that was the most messed up thing in the world.
Right.
That must have been an awkward discussion.
Yeah.
With his mom, like when he was like, "Mom, what are you doing?"
He's like, "Come on." He's like, "Come on, Mom. What are you doing?" You know, and then I'm trying to win. But at the end of the day, you know who you are as a professional. All that personal stuff aside, and get the job done.
Facts.
And get the job done. You know, we'll deal with that later. We can square off outside. But when we step on this court, we got to be a team. I got to pass you the ball. You got to pass me the ball.
Right.
All right. We got to score. We got to win.
Facts.
So, and that's how I feel that the D'Angelo Russell and Nick Young thing should happen. Y'all need to put all of that to the side. You know, and you know, y'all millionaires. So you know it's gonna happen. Right. That type of thing is gonna happen. Right. Just put all that personal stuff to the side. Know where you are as a professional and where you are in your life, and know what you're doing. Get the job done.
Well, here's my prediction. If one of the two are not going to be on that team, it's probably going to be Nick Young. Next year, if they're both on the team, depending on who plays better next year, will not be on the team past next year. So that's why I'm saying, if D'Angelo Russell feels like he's the man on the team, he better work on the team like a motherfucker, because the only thing that's going to really save him from being ostracized in the NBA is how good his game is. Because if your game becomes the focal point of everybody's discussion, then that story's going to go away.
Yeah.
If you struggle, people are going to say it's always going to be the guy who was drafted that snitched on Nick.
Yeah.
You understand what I'm saying? Yeah. And then you're going to have to just do some other shit outside of the
NBA
to overcome that. That's going to be the whole thing. So listen, I wish the brother well. So our time is almost up. So I just want to give a few other shout outs to some of the other things that happened this week. Shout out to Allen Iverson, who just got into the Hall of Fame as well. Yeah. You know, I'm a big Allen Iverson fan, and I was just throwing it out there if people thought Stephon Marbury would also get inducted. I mean, he did some things All-Star in the NBA, but he's like the Jordan in China right now. A lot of people don't know that. He's like the man out there. So I don't know if combined with everything that he's done, if he'll get in there. What do you think?
You know, he's Stephon Marbury. I feel he deserves it, but you know, but you got to look at the overall game and you know who's had the most attention and who's set records. You know,
the biggest thing from Steph is that he was just looked at as not a winner, but his game could never be denied.
No, it can't.
Shout out Golden State Warriors, who are 2 wins away from breaking the all-time record. By the time I come back on the air, they will have tied it, broken it, or not any of all. So you know they've been going hard for us. I think they're gonna do it.
Yeah.
I don't think they came this long to not break it. They got two games to go, and I think they're gonna put everything into it. Now. If you're saying they're gonna win the championship this year, that's a whole nother story.
Yeah.
You know we'll see.
But they focus.
But shout out to them. And we already spoke a little bit about Donald Trump and stuff. So shout out to Bernie Sanders and the rest of them as far as all the political stuff. By the time the show is, we'll be going into the New York primaries as one of the hot topics over there as well, and doing our thing. So anyway, any last words from any of you guys, man?
No, I think we're pretty done.
Real quick.
Yeah.
Better Not Bring Your Kids comedy show this Wednesday, the 13th, at Broadway Comedy Club, 53rd Street, between 8th and 9th Avenue. So the show starts at 9 p.m. Tickets are $10. You can buy them at the door. All right, just be there on time. We're gonna have a great time. It's my birthday show. So
nice.
yeah. So
that's this Thursday.
This Wednesday. This Wednesday, the 13th, 9 p.m. Broadway Comedy Club. Okay. So come out. We're gonna have a great time. All my comedians, they're hilarious, top notch. So come out. It's gonna be a great time. Thank you.
You want to tell them where they can hit you up? Twitter?
Oh yeah, hit me up Facebook, Rashad Bashir, RASHAD Bashir, BASHIR. It'll come right up. Just contact me. Say, hey, I heard you on the show. Want to buy tickets, and I'll deliver them to you personally. Nice. All right. So
nice.
All right, cool. Hustle.
Anything's out here?
No, I'm pretty good.
Good
point. Yeah, I think we're
all right,
ready to
y'all.
wrap
Well,
up.
thank you for tuning in to Pokerface Radio #Facts. We'll see you again soon. Peace.
Better not bring your kids.
Melly Mel. You're listening to DSN The Matrix Studios, the #1